Well, I met Sonya initially. I interviewed her and recruited her off of campus at UCF. And the thing that I remember most about Sonya was just her energy. It's really been great to see her take on national level responsibilities. Certainly at Grant, when she became partner, that focus on building a team and then looking out for their best interests is something that is also a key part of her values.
I met Sonya through the recruiting process when I was graduating from UCF. She worked for Arthur Andersen at the time, and she was very involved in recruiting through the company, and I met her when I came to interview. What she did in recruiting and being innovative with the students, she brings into her job of being innovative with the employees. She's never one to sit in the office behind a closed door. I think that's one of her great traits. It's not about just the day-to-day of getting the work done, but making sure that we're having fun at the same time.
I've known Sonya for, now 13 plus years. And I can remember her as that audit manager back my first time. I was the new CFO in the company.
We were changing our organization structure. Tom was going to move up to president and chief operating officer, and we needed a strong chief financial officer. And when we looked around, I mean, she was the bright shining star.
Every time we had an acquisition, anytime we were embarking on a new business initiative, one of my first calls was Sonya. We've, in 3 short years, doubled the size of our company, conducted over $1 billion in acquisitions, raised in both debt issuances and credit facilities over $2 billion. It's actually stunning to think about, a company accomplishing that, and to have her as our chief financial officer through all that, for me, we wouldn't have got there without her.
In public accounting, there's been a hard push to promote women in accounting. Sonya and I were 2 of the only female partners in the Central Florida practice group. Through the Women in Accounting Symposium, we've been able to help develop the young female students at UCF by giving them examples of experiences, both from the CFO perspective and then being a partner in an accounting firm.
I nominated Sonya for the Hall of Fame because of her involvement with the Dixon School faculty, with the students, and as being a committed alum.
She really laid the foundation for the way we recruit out there, and that shows that we have a great success rate of bringing those students on board, and that's her way of giving back too.
My husband has always been a huge supporter of all of my goals. He took a step back in his career to allow me to take on the opportunity at Holiday Inn Club Vacations and really excel there. I remember receiving the call from Dean Jarley while I was driving in my car, and I was very humbled and, quite frankly, a little shocked. While I have given back to the school and believe and tout how fabulous UCF is, I never considered myself to be one of the inductees. To me, it's been an incredible honor to be considered and inducted into the UCF Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome new Hall of Fame honoree, Sonya Dixon.
Good evening, everyone. Wow, this is an amazing event, and it's been so nice to come here and see so many friends from the Central Florida community. I'd like to start off first by thanking Dean Jarley and the College of Business and the Dixon School of Accounting and its fabulous professors for this amazing event. And I'd like to take a moment just to reflect on a few folks that have really helped shape my career. And I'd like to start that by thanking my husband, Tim, who has been by my side since I was 16 years old. For those of you that know me well and my level of energy, we could all argue he deserves the award tonight. But all kidding aside, he's my best friend, and he's encouraged and coached me throughout my career, although it's only halfway done. He's an incredible father to my 3-year-old daughter, Morgan, and us being relatively new parents, if you haven't tried it, singing to the trolls with a 3-year-old is pretty cool. I'd also like to thank Grant Thornton, who is a key reason why I'm up here tonight, and especially to Mitch Less, who does what all good UCF alumni should do, and that's champion the growth of other UCF alums. And finally, to my Holiday Inn Club Vacations family and the executive team here supporting me tonight, I am truly honored to sit beside such well-respected and talented leaders in the timeshare industry. And as I reflect back for a moment on my time at UCF, I wasn't the traditional student. I was a first-generation college student, and so thank you, Mom and Dad. But I had to make some choices based on finances. I actually finished a portion of my undergraduate degree at UCF Cocoa. And so while I can't sit up here and reminisce on all the incredible social aspects, I can tell you about the fond memories of the accounting professors like Dr. Rausch, who encouraged me and educated me and really got me exposed to employers well early in my degree. To think that I met my first employer, Arthur Andersen, at 19 years old, had secured an internship for my master's, and that internship went on to pay for my master's, is truly amazing. And so as I came to campus for the next 17 years, focused on recruiting for Grant Thornton, I always stopped and thought how lucky the students were. I watched the university grow to the scale it is today, but along the way, watched the accounting professors continue to stay dedicated to both the students and the community. So well done, UCF. And then finally, just for the students in the crowd, you know, going through this process, a lot of folks have asked what has been the keys to my success. And I would have to say there wasn't a secret sauce. I think it's just executing on the fundamentals that we all know well. And that is have integrity, build a great team, and always share success as a team. Establish key relationships that are going to stand through time. Try and leave a mark on the things you do. And be that leader that embraces change and is always at the front of the pack saying, woohoo, we can do this. And so last, I'd just like to thank the folks that were in my video. Each one of you hold a very special place in my heart as one of those key relationships, as either a boss, a coach, a mentor, a friend, or some combination over the 21 years of my career. And so in closing, I'd just like to thank UCF again for this honor and leave with a spirited Go Knights. Thank you.
Congratulations again to Sonya.